Greetings. Today, I would like to introduce my topic for the competition. Is that my topic is blockchain-driven platform leveraging AI to promote urban farming for individual communities and small businesses for enhancing food security. So, the current food security landscape in Malaysia is that Malaysia has faced an insufficient production of key agricultural food items, and our ranking in global food security index has dropped from 28 to 43rd due to our over reliance of imports that's nearly make up of 60%, which causes our food prices being extremely influenced by the imports price. So, we found basically for me, I found that urban farming holds the key to tackling food insecurity and boosting the local food production, as said by the Prime Minister that there's a potential in developing urban farming scheme to lower down the food pricing and increasing our food security. So the problem statement is that even though we aim to implement urban farm in Malaysia, but there's still various problem statements that challenge implementation. First, there are gaps in knowledge and skills and experience in urban farming. Second, lack of community engagement and other stakeholder support. Third, financial constraints. So I've done some domain research regarding on blockchain and AI integration into the urban farming platform that we can use smart contracts to implement the blockchain. And for AI, we can use various deep learning models like convolutional neural networks and also machine learning models like BGM to basically to be used for various functionalities like crop recommendation and also for recording crop records and others. So for the technical implementation for this proposed solution is that for front end you're using Next.js and Tailwind CSS, and blockchain is basically using Solidity for the smart contract writing and is deployed using Hardhat and interacting with smart contracts using Ether.js and is deployed in the testnet and also testnet Ethereum, so called Polia. And for application layer, basically I've integrated a Gemini API for AI integration and also developing various AI models using Jupyter Notebook and Python. And for communication layer, for backend using Fast API, and for data layer for storage using Firebase. And for the target user of the proposed solution is the individuals living in communities like us, in urban neighborhoods, and urban farm business owner. So the functionality involves 8 functionalities as shown here. And allow me to demonstrate the solution.
So this is the dashboard of the platform where they can view everything. And firstly, there will be a crop tracker functionality where they can add in their farming tasks for reminder and also adding their current crops they're planting in their urban farm. They will be stored in the blockchain for data integrity and verification purpose. They can upload their image and configure some settings. And once it's being saved, the user can view the crop details and also they can view all the crop hashes. And also they can get recommendation for house date and also some learning tips on how to plant the urban farm crops and save it, and also some tips on how to grow the crops successfully for their urban farm. And for urban farm also, they can go for crop recommendation based on the weather prediction, 7-day weather forecast, and the current weather, and also various urban farming metrics. And they can generate that what's the most suitable crop they can plant, as been shown here, and also how they can plant it. And for crop disease, since they are urban farm people, right, they might not have the experience, so they can upload the image such as for tomato, cucumber, lettuce, and it will detect the various diseases of the urban farm crop they planted, so they can take good care of them and grow more successfully by treating the diseased plants at a certain point if they have disease being identified. Next, for crop harvest, the user can add in harvest records, and then this data will be stored in the blockchain. Why do we want to store in the blockchain for harvest records? Because later the urban farm members, the user can sell the urban farm crop products that are in excess, and they can use this data to verify that they've harvested at this certain period for the user. And for learn, they can go to the learning hub and view all the different tutorials that's available. There's also an intelligent chatbot where they can chat to learn various urban farming tips, and it's also multilingual. They can ask in Malay, and also for events, they can join urban farming related events to enhance their skill sets, and so they can get the email address to confirm their booking this event. And next, for partnership, they can view all the various partnership for them to form together for their urban farming initiative. And for cost estimator, they can input various metrics to estimate how much amount of money of operational expense and setup expense they will require to start an urban farming project. For example, how much money they need to plant a certain crop for their urban farm. So you lower down their financial risks and also to ensure they are staying within the budget for their finance constraint. And next, for seller center, they can add in their any harvested urban farm crop products. They'll be sold in the future developed marketplace. They will be developed in the future. So they're adding the blockchain hash to ensure that for verification purpose for the consumers. Thank you.
So for the business model for this solution would involve a freemium model with premium services, B2B licensing model for urban farming as a service for businesses, and also a marketplace or commission in the future. And also for this proposed solution, there's a huge market potential. For the total addressable market, there's like 450,000 urban farm initiative, and just in Malaysia, there's 11,000 urban farm initiative. So my proposed solution, as a business perspective, would aim to achieve 10 to 30% of this market. And there's a huge growth rate in economic sense. There's a growth rate of 7.7% with a market size of reaching of USD 290.11 billion by 2032. And for the impact, the solution can achieve very tangible benefits like increased food security and accessibility, economic growth, food waste reduction, and for intangible benefits, will allow a better data integrity, foster community engagement and collaboration, and increase in mental and physical health, and closely aligned with the SDG goals such as SDG 2, 1, 3, 9, 11, and 8. Thank you for listening. Let us redefine the future of growing food.